Self-driving cars are not as complicated as you may think they are. After reading How Do Self-Driving Cars Work by Bill Robertson, I learned that it only takes three simple processes for these cars to be able to drive themselves on the road and keep everyone safe. These processes include sonar, radar, and LiDAR. First, let's talk about sonar. Sonar is not only used by cars, it's used by animals too. They use the sound waves to find things around them like their food and other animals. Bats use it, dolphins use it. Sonar is also used in other vehicles. It's used in the military with submarines. They use them underwater, and there's been pretty good advancements in sonar recently. They're now able to scan and see 2D objects on sonar instead of just dots on like a radar. And I found that out after reading Effective Parallelization Method for 2D Object Recognition Sonar Images. Next, let's talk about radar. Radar's been used by the military for a long time. They use it to find missiles in the air. And radar stands for radio detection and ranging. Radar, along with sonar and LiDAR, they're all types of ranging technologies. That's why the cars use them to see vehicles around them, to understand how much space they have around them, and to keep everyone safe, to make sure they don't crash into anything. Radar's been used for a very long time. After reading Recent Evolution of Automotive Imaging Radar and its information content, we see radar is used for target detection and tracking. The cars will use it to see other cars around them, to follow them, to make sure if they're changing lanes, they don't drive right into them. The use of radar translates very well into cars because if they're driving themselves and they're not relying on a human, they need to be able to see what's going on around them so they don't crash into it or have anyone killed. Next, let's talk about LiDAR. LiDAR is what allows the car to predict if there's going to be an accident, get itself out of the way, and make sure it's keeping a safe distance and speed in between all of the other cars. LiDAR stands for Laser Illumination Detection and Ranging, and LiDAR is commonly used outside of cars. Another good example of how lasers are used for measuring is they're used in construction. You're able to measure how far a wall or something is away without having to use a tape measure. So, after reading Real-Time Self-Driving Car Navigation and Obstacle Avoidance Using Mobile Laser Scanners and GNSS by Lai J, I read a perfect comparison for LiDAR is like a 3D mobile scanner, and it's what allows the car to avoid obstacles. In conclusion, it's now known that it only takes three simple processes for self-driving cars to be able to keep everyone safe on the road and not crash into things. These three processes are sonar, radar, and LiDAR. And they may sound dangerous in today's world, but by the year 2026, it's projected that 9% of all cars on the road are going to be at least somewhat autonomous. So it's good to be informed before you're surrounded by self-driving cars.